Hey, 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 welcome, YouTube. So glad you're hanging out with me today in the Surrender Break Room. This is a place you can come in, relax, regroup, then re engage the world with a whole new perspective. Hey, 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 we're talking about today's mundane is tomorrow's purpose. Yep. So, what you're doing today, it might seem real boring. Seem like there's no purpose in it, it's useless. Why am I doing this over and over again? It has purpose. So I'm so glad you guys are coming on to the live stream of the Surrender Break Room. So come on in, invite a friend. Each and every week, it seems like we get a couple more people hanging out with us in the break room over here in YouTube land. So I'm so excited about that. Had, really established myself over there in Periscope. And then when the season ends, which is the end of this month in March, Periscope is ending. So am I. So I decided, hey, let me move on over to YouTube, hang out with YouTube for a little bit. So glad again that you guys are hanging out here in the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You feel free to chat it up, ask any questions you have, say hello, where you're from, and come right on in. So I am just realizing, see, I could do this when it's just live and just a couple of us on. I don't have on earrings, and it's just like really distracting me right now. So I'm going to add some earrings. And then we're going to get started. I hope this topic resonates with you guys today, because it certainly has for me for many, many years. You're kind of doing something and then you're kind of like, why? And then you find out later, oh, this is the purpose. This is why. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Celeste Owens, author, speaker, and leader of the Global Surrender Movement. I like to say that surrender is simply doing God's will His way all the time. And doing His will includes doing some things that just seem just boring and mundane. That's His will, because it's part of your preparation, it's part of the planning for you, so that you can get to your glory is great, which is right now. So whatever you're doing today, you were already prepared to do that yesterday. And you might have thought yesterday was real way boring. Why am I doing this over and over again? Then today, when today shows up, and then you have to walk out that purpose, you're like, I get it. I totally get it. So again, this is the Surrender Break Room. This is a place you can come in, relax, regroup, and then re-engage the world with a whole new perspective. I hope I give you a new perspective today on the mundane and on the boring, right? So there's a scripture that I really, 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 really like. And I remember to think about it and to recite it when I'm doing something that seems really boring, useless, time wasting, whatever it is. Then I had to say, oh, wait. Despise not the days of small beginnings. That's right. Despise not the days of small beginnings. It's Zechariah 4:10. You might be starting small right now. You might be doing something that seems real boring. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because it's going to have purpose the next day or the next year or the next 10 years, whatever it is, however many, moments that you're preparing for it, it will have purpose for you. And I'm a living witness that it will have purpose. So Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And you've heard different variations of that same phrase, but it's so true. Right now, right here is your preparation time. And if you don't prepare right here, then you're going to fail later on. So don't despise the day of small beginnings. Keep on going, keep on moving. By failing to prepare today, is what Benjamin Franklin said, you are preparing to fail if you don't prepare today. So let me just give you a couple of different little scenarios and about how important it is to prepare. And actually, I was doing my research, and I've read this before, but I reread it again today because I wanted to make sure I had precise information for you. But I don't know if you heard this before, but they say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in something. So it's the 10,000 hour rule. 10,000 hour rule, that it takes 10,000 hours to really become an expert at something. So pretty much what that means, you got to do something a whole lot in order to become an expert in it, like a lot and a lot. So it's the 10,000 hour rule, and it was invented by Malcolm Gladwell, who stated that researchers have settled on what they believe is the magic number for true expertise. And that magic number is what? 10,000 hours. Yep, 10,000 hours. One thing I like to say as I think about You might be doing something today that seems really boring and mundane. Might not even seem easy at first because, again, it takes 10,000 hours. A phrase that I like to say now, and I don't know what, it was some motivational speaker I was listening to a couple of weeks ago. And he kept saying, I can do hard things. And I was like, yeah, I can do hard things. I could do hard things. So that's like my new phrase now. I could do hard things. Let me tell y'all a hard thing I'm doing right now. So we're preparing in the next couple of days. Well, depending on when you're listening to this recording, but the next couple of days from now, we're preparing for our Surrender Healing Retreat, which we have done previously, 3 years actually, but we did them live and in person where you could touch people and the speakers are there. And, we're in the forest or the woods or, yeah, that sort of thing. I'm a real big on getting back to nature to get really close and connected with God. So anyway, now we're doing it virtually, and I am learning this new platform. And last night our team chatted with the organizer of the platform, one of the organizers of the platform, and I had already practiced it on Sunday. So when I'm talking to him yesterday, I'm like, okay, so when you go to this screen and and you go to that screen, oh, okay, I see what you got to do. Okay, I see. Yeah, I already put this in. I already did that. So after we were done, I'm totally petrified, guys, really, of this program, or should I say intimidated? I'm totally intimidated by this program that I'm learning to use for this virtual retreat, which I know Diane is going to be a part of. I see Diane hanging out. So totally intimidated. But when we get off the phone, my assistant is like, man, you got a good handle on it. I was like, I do? She's like, yeah, I totally didn't understand what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But you know what I realized? You guys, I don't know if anybody else has built a website, but I built my own website 3 times, like 3 different times I've built a website, and I manage my own website. So I understand coding and embed codes and, cutting and pasting that code out of there and put that code there. I've done Periscope forever, probably like 5 years at least, where I was doing Periscope. I've done Zoom, where you have to link the Zoom to the YouTube, and I know how to take the embed code out of there to go to the YouTube. That was the mundane stuff I was doing. That I was like, I should hire someone to do this. Like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing my own website? Why am I, I was calling myself names. Why are you such a control freak? Why don't you hand it off to somebody else? Why did, you beat yourself up? Silliness. Come on. It was preparation for this moment. It was preparation for this moment now, where I'm chit-chatting up with the tech person, like, yeah, you do this and that, move that there and there. Now, I must say, even though my assistant told me I have a good handle on it, I'm still a little bit intimidated because last night I had like this dream where Andel sold the second level of our home to this company, and people could come in and out of our home willy-nilly. And I walked on the second floor, and there was this guy there. I could barely see him. And then when I saw him, I was like, why are you here? The building isn't open yet. And he's like, I slept room 2B. And I'm like, there's no room 2B. And then the cops burst in and they say he's a stalker and he's been killing people all over the city. I woke up to realize, Christy and Jolly, that I was like, oh my goodness, I feel so vulnerable right now. I feel so exposed. Dreams are so funny. Like, they will just unleash all of your subconscious, like, I don't know, detriment, fears, everything. So anyway, let me get a grip. That's why I talked today about, yesterday, what you did that seemed real mundane, or even today, what you're doing seemed real mundane. It has total purpose. Let me give you another example. I hope you guys can get this. And thanks so much for hanging out. One more example. Maybe 2 more, because I just want to encourage you guys to realize what you're doing today. Come on now. It's setting you up for tomorrow. So my son, AJ, is really into baseball. Hasn't played a whole lot. Really, truthfully, only played on like one little summer league before he got into the big leagues now with his high school. That's amazing, playing baseball. But what he would do, because he didn't have like a travel team, like all the kids usually have a travel team, or they getting all this one-on-one coaching, he didn't have that. So you know what AJ would do? He would stand on the trampoline in our basement, jump up and down on the trampoline, throw a baseball at this square. Our door has like squares. So you know how doors are set up and then they have squares. So it has a square. He would pick a square and keep throwing at that same square. I mean, like 30 minutes straight, you guys. All we hear upstairs is bump, bump, bump. Like, really, really. But when he finally got on his team with his high school, he's playing with the team and, and they're throwing and and the coach was like, man, you're accurate. Yeah, he's accurate. He's accurate. He's been thumping on my door for so long, at least a year, that thump, thump, 10,000 hours. So if you're just joining and you don't know what we're talking about, 10,000 hour rule, where it says it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. Yep. So now he's just thumped his way into being pretty accurate by throwing the ball, and actually has become their lefty pitcher. And that's all they want him to do now is pitch. You're just a pitcher. You're not going to do anything else. We're just taking you to the next level. We're going to train you even more, and you're going to be our pitcher. Isn't that cool? Cool, cool, cool. I did Periscope, you guys, for like I don't know how long Periscope was up. However long Periscope was up, I did Periscope, and they're closing now. But now when I go to record things, you guys, see, this is the thing about getting out there too fast. So I remember, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago, TV One was looking for people to do TV for them. And I put in this big proposal, like, yes, I'm ready. I can do it. There's no way in the world I could have done it. I would have been a flop, terrible. And then Oprah had this thing maybe 6 years ago. If you want your own TV show, write this proposal you had to do a video. I can do it. I need my own show. God, help Oprah to give me my own show. Come on, God, you could do it. Come on. God's like, you ain't ready. He didn't say that directly, but I wasn't ready. But now, after doing Periscope like forever, over and over again, talking to myself, looking at people, I can't see y'all, talking over and over again, that now that I do podcasts and I do videos, I could just do them, boom, one take, and I'm done. And they're like, whoa, like I had to do a commercial the other day for my podcast. And he's like, well, it's a 30-second commercial, Celeste. If you want to do it today, if not, you want to prepare and come back next week and do it. No, I'm ready. Go ahead. He's like, oh, okay. He starts record. Boom. Hello, I'm Dr. Celeste Owens, off the speaker, and all that good stuff I always say. He's like, that's incredible. Wow, you are so easy to work with. You know what I'm so easy to work with? 10,000 hours of talking to myself, making videos, hanging out with you guys. So I'm just telling you now, I know this is for somebody. Whatever you're doing, seem real boring, real mundane, it's preparing you. And pop that thing in the chat, okay? What is the thing that you're doing now that you know you were already prepared to do from yesterday? Like what you're doing now, you're like, oh, it makes sense now. It was like the Karate Kid with the wax on, wax off. And all of a sudden you realize, oh my goodness, that's what the wax on and wax off was all about for today. So I could show up in all of my greatness, right? Be great. Go and be great, you guys. But first, it takes you preparing for that greatness. Love you much. Thanks so much for hanging out. Stay surrendered for life, because there's no other way to live. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you, Christy. Right. Go AJ. So I'm just so glad you guys get to hang out with me. So if you're watching live, I'm still talking. Yes, I'm still talking. But if you're watching a recording, that already ended and we already had our conversation. So you guys, I'm so pumped and prepared and happy to host you guys this weekend. We have our Surrender Healing Retreat. I know several of you are already registered. Hey, Key Washington, Christy, Jolly, and Diane. Hello. So we have our Surrender Healing Retreat coming up, Lord. But I hope this blessed you on today, you guys, that, you might be doing something that seems real boring, or you might even be now rejoicing that you did the boring thing yesterday or weeks ago or months ago, because now you're prepared to do what you're doing today, right? So awesome. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. Make sure you share this broadcast, this video with someone. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. That's how we build the audience on YouTube. When people like it, when they comment, when they subscribe, it's just a great way to build the audience. So thank you so much for doing that. Okay, Key says, during the pandemic, I started doing Zoom cooking classes. So Key, I'm assuming you already have been practicing the cooking before you came on to do Zoom cooking classes. I mean, you're helping other people learn how to cook. So that means you had already been doing part of your 10,000 hours before that. You might even started cooking as a kid. See, she was already prepared when the pandemic hit to do Zoom cooking classes. Why? People ain't trying to go to restaurants like that. So they better cook their food at home. We've been this thing a whole year, right, Key? So I hope your cooking classes have done really well. Hey, Marcus, all things work for the good. You know what, Marcus? I was singing that song today. Who sings that? For I know all things are working for my good. Anthony Brown, right? For my church? For I know. Is that the Anthony Brown, the new song for our church? I was singing that today. All things work together. Right, Marcus? Marcus is hanging out the Surrender Healing Retreat. Marcus, we got the gentleman ready and pumped for the Healing Retreat. So thanks for being a part of the experience. Oh, Key, yay. She's excited for the weekend. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you guys are excited about that. I went to culinary school. See, I told y'all Key was ready. Key ain't just jump on Zoom. I'm going to figure out, y'all, I got a couple of recipes. Let's see if we can figure out how to make this. No, the girl went to culinary school. She's well prepared to do what she's doing today. Well prepared. Key, tell people how to find you on your Zooms, please. Some people probably need some cooking classes. Just pop it in the chat and everybody's going to be able to see how to catch up with you on your Zoom. But don't you love that? Whatever you did yesterday, I can do hard things. That's one of my new phrases now. And I realize that phrase comes from Philippians 4:13. The motivational speaker wasn't thinking this, but I always like to pair a scripture with whatever affirmation or motivational thing I'm saying to myself. So the motivational speaker wasn't thinking this when he was like, you should say to yourself, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. It's like so motivating. Like your blood gets pumping and you're like, yeah. But I see now it coincides with I can do everything through Christ that strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Don't you love that? So I can do hard things. I've been teaching my daughter that because she's been pretty challenged by the pandemic, being at home, feeling like she's overworked, like her mindset is all wrong. Just too much work. I can't do all this work. Stop it. You're going to start saying I can do hard things. I have it in me. I have all the strength to do a hard thing because it's in me. So then that started making her feel like, okay, I guess I can. Maybe I can do hard things. So anyway, you guys, thank you for hanging out. Love you guys much. Stay surrender for life. Can't wait again to hang out with you this weekend. We might have one other thing coming up before the weekend. I don't want to say what it is because in just case I don't follow through and do it. But might do one more thing before we hit it up on Saturday. Friday. Friday night, we start. The whole full schedule is on the website. So if you're missing the schedule from the Healing Retreat, just go to drcelesteowens.com and you can see the schedule there, you guys. The whole full schedule is there. If you can't catch every session live, then just, catch the ones you can. They'll be on demand for 30 days with your registration. Just for those who are registered, they'll be on demand for you. Good morning, Charlene. I know, Charlene, we can't wait. And you guys, if you want to, you have your Believe oil, start using your Believe oil. Just start putting it in your hand, rub your hands together and just start inhaling like, Lord, I believe. Lord, I believe you are showing up this Friday and Saturday at the Surrender Healing Retreat. And Lord, this is the request I have in front of you. Put your Believe oil in your hands, rub your hands together, inhale, rub some on your heart, your neck, like perfume, whatever you want to do. And just inhale that and say, Lord, I believe. I believe. And he is able to do all. He can do exceeding abundantly above all you could ask or think. So keep believing, keep the faith. Keep the faith. God is going to do it. So I'm so excited, super duper excited about what God's going to do this weekend. So I will catch you guys then. Again, if you want to see the full schedule, go to drcelesteowens.com to see the full schedule of the Surrender Healing Retreat. The retreat registration has closed, but if you're registered already, go ahead. The registration is there. Not the registration. What am I talking about? The full schedule is there. Full schedule is there for you to see what's available. I'm fasting on fruit and veggies only this week to prepare for the weekend. You know what, Key? You're not the only one. There are people yesterday who told me they had started their fast. There are people fasting this week. I love that, in preparation for the weekend. Let me think what I'm about to eliminate today. I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an absolute to a certain time of the day, every day this week, just in preparation to hear what God is going to say. Audrey Mack is coming, y'all. Audrey Mack. Y'all don't even know her. Y'all gonna know her after this weekend. We have Pastor Joy Morgan. We have Pastor Campbell Singleton, who's going to be talking about the healing power of communion. Y'all got your communion. I hope you ain't use it at your church service because you need it for Friday night. You need your communion for Friday night. We have Karen Ward, Tyra Lane Kingsland. I mean, it's just going to be absolutely bonkers. I mean, it's going to be so amazing. So I'm excited. So thank you, Keith, for that reminder to fast and pray as we prepare to come together on Friday. Some people are taking Friday off. I think I already said that. Some people are taking that day off so they could just prepare their hearts to receive on Friday night and Saturday. Don't get all busy, y'all. Just carve out that 9 to 3 time on Saturday to really be together, pray together, heal together. All right. So love you guys. Be blessed, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.